How y'all doing? Hey, great day down here at AGC. I thought you were slowing down this week.
Yeah.
How'd that work for you?
Not well.
Huh?
Not well. We've got like 5 more trainings now.
Now we're adding 5 more trainings.
Yep.
It's going crazy.
Yeah, people were just calling for me left and right.
Yeah? Calling for you or AGC?
Depends.
They're calling for AGC but requesting you.
Yeah,
right?
I've got a direct number.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, so
911.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Mine is, we got a...
Yours is blocked for most people, so I'm not, yeah.
Oh, bummer. I don't have an email anymore. All my emails are going to Ben at agcvp.org.
Yeah, I like that.
Huh?
That works well.
But it was a great week for merch, by the way.
Really?
Barrett Trucking, Benoit Electric, some people from friggin' Iowa, Illinois.
That's got to
sent
be.
me a shirt. Everybody is listening to this.
That's got to be old.
No, it's not.
They just sent that?
I just got this.
You already put all the stains in it?
We were working on the tractor today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I got this one.
Yeah. Got
Granite Group.
Granite Group.
Got that from ARC Safety Day.
Yeah. So we were talking and we felt like an important part coming into, we'll say the startup, but not really the startup. The guys have been at it and we were pedaling through town this afternoon and noticed that maybe we should have a quick reminder on electrical safety.
Yeah.
Yeah. The importance of electrical safety.
Right.
And I mean, it's one thing for us to talk with the heavy equipment guys and turn around and say, you know, stay 10 feet away from those power lines. That's pretty big.
But what about electricians?
The common risks.
Right. HVAC.
Electrocution, electrical shocks, fires, faulty wiring. All these guys working on all these different wet conditions.
We've had rain for 2 weeks, and we're probably going to get rain for another 2 weeks.
Pretty warm out there today.
Every time something dries, then we get 2.5 inches of rain.
Yes.
Really upsets me.
But it was a nice day today.
I hope so. I'm trying to ride my mountain bike after this, and it's already starting to rain.
Really?
Yeah, it pissed me off.
But key topics, if we're going to talk about electrical hazards.
Work with current work. That's kind of nice.
That is current work.
Current work.
That's what we're doing right now is current work.
We're currently working.
Yes.
With current work.
Expose live wires. Always be aware.
Well, we don't see those ever. Everyone always does like a really good job of making sure there's nothing exposed.
Tap them, twist them over.
Yeah.
That type of stuff.
How about any residential time where you go in and do like a renovation?
Yeah.
And you take...
There's no live wires.
No. Huh? Right. It's not a house from 1800s that you've had 20 different electricians in that have left everything jumbled up. Rats.
Speaking of 20 electricians in a house from 1800s.
Sounds like where I live.
Do you think there's any risk to overheating or fires inside those houses?
We actually just put cover plates on everything, and our friend who is an electrician who works for Brookfield Service. Actually.
One more problem with life. My friend who works for an electrician, not really.
No, he is an electrician, and we pay him in beer, but he generously...
One more problem. My friend who works for an electrician, not really an electrician, and he works for beer. That might just lead you to understand
he just perfectly wired up a new motion light outside. He just cleaned up the basement, pulled all the old wiring that's not doing anything, and then made it neat, put a little post up.
Maybe he could go talk to John Lyon.
Does he need an
electrician? Up at Wilkins.
Does he need an electrician?
He's looking for a security system to be put in place. Maybe he'd work for beer.
It is bad that we've gotten to a point where we need... How come we don't have one? I've actually wondered that since the day I started working here. Oh, sorry, yeah. Sorry, we do have one. Missy, cut that.
What the hell?
Sorry, it just...
Now we're going to need one.
No, I know. Well, it's because Marcia stays here at all hours of the night to protect it.
How about damaged insulation on the wiring itself?
I was just at Osha 10 explaining to the kids why it matters if all the jacketing is pulled off the extension cord.
That just increases the risk of electrical shock?
Yeah.
And then, as you mentioned earlier, wet conditions.
That's one I feel like we run into a lot.
So, for some quick, fast safety procedures, we should probably always inspect tools and equipment. And inspect the job that you're doing. the process
Talk
and
about
what's
this
happening.
every time.
Huh?
JSA.
JSA. Always check. Even your extension cords.
Right.
And the outlets you're plugging things into. And where the power's originating from.
Just like when you had the shock.
Just like when I had the shock.
I mean, that was a perfect example, wasn't it? Someone was in there.
No, it really wasn't.
Someone was in there before you.
Yeah.
We may have forgotten to turn the breaker off.
Yes.
And what happened
Might
is,
not have tagged it out.
yeah, due to the work of someone else that you didn't know about, you were shocked.
You know what have protected me from that?
If you shut the breaker off?
Or if I had been wearing my proper PPE, i.e. insulated gloves. Now, if I had had insulated gloves on that
Probably would
parade,
have been a little better.
they're important. And insulated boots as well, although they get warm.
Right, maybe
Conductive.
no.
Is that the word you're looking for? Non-conductive?
I was gonna
Come on, Ben.
say
Come on, Ben.
non-sparking tools, but then I was like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's more for like confined space.
And you did mention the lockout, tag-out thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's
important.
becoming a thing for everyone now, especially with the increased compliance on it.
Yeah.
On,
And then training.
Yeah,
We have more
flinching every
electricians.
time you said that.
Why? You're having a tough day?
Yeah.
Huh?
Training,
Tough week?
training.
Training. But we have more electricians going through the some of the safety training.
Oh,
and some of the
100%.
TQP
I love to
stuff
see it. I love to see
and
it.
all that.
Yeah.
Really getting up to speed with some of the new standards, new regs. So we offer all that here, but it doesn't matter whether you get that safety training from us or from somebody else.
Yeah, maybe if you come
Get
work
it.
at my house, I'll offer you like a 15-minute safety toolbox talk.
Would you sign off for like
Yeah.
a day's worth of training?
Yeah,
They come.
I think if you come and install a little bit of wiring for me, I'll give you an 8-hour.
You should always have an emergency response plan,
Yeah.
right?
So what would that look like for an electrician?
Well,
we've got a van.
procedures for responding.
We've got a van.
Correct.
So
that a homeless guy probably moved
Okay,
into.
hold on. We've got our van. We
Right.
probably should have some lockout, tagout equipment in there.
First aid equipment.
Okay, so what about high vis?
Are you working next to the road?
We might be.
Well, then you better have
Okay,
it.
so we've got a first aid kit. We've got some lockout, tagout stuff. We've got our high vis
Proper
clothing.
PPE,
Proper
insulated gloves.
PPE. Probably some backup gloves.
Yeah.
Maybe,
An emergency phone number.
probably.
Okay.
Maybe a phone in general.
Yeah, a phone.
I'm serious. There's people out there who don't use phones.
Okay.
So maybe not even a
Your
phone.
mom?
Huh?
Your mom.
No, she just decides not to respond to me.
Okay.
So
well,
we,
that's not using a phone.
okay, PPE.
How's responding?
Good. She just got home from Ireland.
Okay.
Yeah. And maybe some snacks, some
Yeah.
combos, Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
Yep.
Plenty of Mountain Dew.
Yep. Marbreads.
And then always checking before you get going for proper grounding and circuit protection. They've got those grounding and circuit protecting items you can just plug in or check the wires with, right?
Right. And if we're doing work on an area that was flooded recently.
And then you like calling them near misses. I think they're misses, but
Right.
discussing those in some fashion. If you have a close call, always check that out. So electrical safety, the importance of electrical safety can't be undersold. That is
No.
huge stuff, right?
But it's not talked about a lot
No.
because it's kind of one of those things you just do.
You know another thing that's not talked about a lot?
I don't know where this is going.
Huh?
I don't know where this is going.
So this is Monday,
Yeah.
and we've got Memorial Day coming up.
We do have Memorial Day.
And there'll be all kinds of parties and all kinds of gatherings, and
Not
you're
for
just
me.
coming off a script of gatherings and parties and family things.
When?
And
Oh.
I think it's important that if you're invited to a party this weekend, Memorial Day weekend, if you get invited, it's important to tell the host that you're attending.
RSVP.
Quick, fast. Do not hold off. Let that host know I'm coming or I'm not. If you don't want to go, don't friggin' go.
Do you bring something when you go? No matter what party I go to, I try to at least bring some sort of like maybe some chips and dip or maybe just a 12-pack.
Really?
Would you show up at
Natties?
No, not Natties. Well, Natty Lights maybe. I like Genesee, maybe
Yeah.
some Old Milwaukee.
Yeah, so
Rolling Rocks, actually, Rolling
So
Rocks.
always let them know you're coming, and if you're bringing something, let them know that. That's
Or
important.
you don't have to know. You don't have
And
to let
be
them know
on
everything.
time.
But the thing is,
If
hey, do you need me to bring anything? And they say no. I'll still probably bring something just in case.
Okay. And if the host says the party starts at 4,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean show up at 3, and that doesn't mean show up at 5. If the host says the party starts at 4, you only got like a 10 or 15 minute window. 10 of 4, 10 or 15 minutes past 4. That's when the party starts.
What if you're late and you choose just not show up?
Then you should call and let them know.
Oh, okay, you call.
Okay? But it's shit poor planning.
Did something
for you to
happen
be
like
late.
last weekend that like with your friends and now you're doing this to try to
No.
you don't want to address
Always
it?
be a willing participant. No, because we forgot this. Remember, we talked about this back in January?
Oh, yes.
We as society have forgotten this shit.
Already?
No, that was different. That was New Year's party.
Okay.
This is Memorial Day.
Summer grill,
Okay.
kickbacks, get-togethers.
Always be a willing participant. If the host says it's time to play horseshoes, you run over there and play horseshoes. If it's that cornhole game, run over there and play cornhole. If it's time to eat, do not dilly-dag. You go friggin' sit down and eat. That's it.
Yeah, something had to happen.
Okay?
You must have had a party gone wrong.
Offer to help when you can.
I'm there.
Offer to help.
Hey, do you need help bringing food outside from the kitchen?
Well, you're always around the food anyway.
Yes, I am.
mean, if somebody says food, you're like a magnet.
So this next one might be for me.
Uh-huh.
We'll get into that in a little bit. The next
Okay?
one,
But offer to help. If
look at
you're
the
making
sentence of that.
Okay.
That's me right there.
you
Yeah.
do not overindulge.
Attacking finger foods.
As if you haven't eaten in a week.
That might
Okay?
be me.
Will not only attract the wrong kind
I
of
was at a dinner
attention,
party last night.
but it will also leave less food for everybody
See,
else.
I failed at this because I was at a dinner party last night. Started at 5. I showed up at 5:40. I attacked the spinach artichoke dip poppers, and I had other people's beer. And I don't think I confirmed.
So you did everything wrong.
Yeah, I overindulged. I didn't. No, I helped actually. I
And
picked
then
up.
remember, when you're talking overindulging, do not overindulge in the natties.
No,
Okay? Back off on the natties a little bit. It's not time to get shit-faced and make a fool of yourself.
what if my girlfriend's there to drive me home?
Still not time to get... You're at a party.
I think there should
You're
be one in
supposed
there
to
that
be
says,
interluding.
get hammered, talk about politics. Can
Wait.
we have a separate Ben's? Ben's rule is try to eat as much as you can and drink as much as you can within the first 30 minutes, and then loudly interrupt and start bringing up politics and how you think you've got a better idea.
And this is another biggie
Yeah.
that you aren't good at.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank your host twice.
Thank the host twice.
I always do. When I show up,
Always.
I say, thank you for having me, this is great. And then at the end, I say, that was such a good
Is that
gathering.
because you didn't respond that you were
No,
attending?
my mom responded. It was a family event. They knew I was coming.
Okay. So you thank the host twice.
Right.
And if the party was on your behalf or your family's behalf, always send them a little written thank you note.
See, this could be misinterpreted, because what if I just said, thank you, thank you.
That's good.
That's thanking you
good
twice.
shit.
But shouldn't I say thank you and then also maybe send you a little thank you note?
That would be right.
Yeah.
Okay. And written thank you notes is texting and
Yeah.
email bullshit.
Sorry for ruining the party. I promise I won't bring up the red wave next time.
Now, last thing, because
Okay.
you need help with
No,
this.
I don't.
Okay.
No, this doesn't count. This
We
is my-
there are some fashion items that we should understand.
Yeah.
Wearing your little baggy everyday friggin' shorts with a kangaroo
I
pockets on them.
don't wear shorts, I wear pants.
Okay.
And right now I'm wearing my,
They should be
My REI
always
pants.
casual and stylish.
what about my Birkenstocks?
If you are wearing a polo shirt, which you should be, not a t-shirt, a polo shirt, that's one with a collar, you should wear khaki shorts or chinos.
What if that's not
Okay.
the dress code? Boat shoes. I don't even own boat shoes.
Always Memorial Day, start of the summer. Dress light and bright. Shorts, maybe a linen button-down shirt.
does not
short
sound like me.
sleeve, and yes, white
Yeah,
bucks.
our viewers are
Okay,
gonna.
white bucks. And then, if possible, if you can find it, brightly colored, red, white, and blue gingham shirt.
Camp
white
moccasins.
pants,
That's my Birkenstocks.
boat shoes.
Camp.
Maybe you're gonna
moccasins.
go for a boat ride.
No.
Have your boat shoes
I have we don't have boats.
plan. And then remember chinos, polo shirt, and camp moccasins.
What if you have what if it's a swim party?
It is actually the where of the time. That goes back to
Swim party
do not overindulge.
for the swimming?
Yeah.
What do you mean? So I don't get like a stomach cramp and drown?
No, don't get shit-faced, tear your clothes off, and go running in the water.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Kelly says you have a habit of doing
No, I don't.
Yeah.
We haven't actually even been to any parties together.
Okay. But electrical safety, the importance of electrical safety, very important.
What's more important?
And then making a very good impression over the Memorial Day weekend so that you might get invited back for the 4th of July. Think about it. If you make a good impression, people will
This
want
could
you back.
also be maybe some of our
And you could have
electricians.
3 big parties this summer. You could hit Memorial Day.
No.
If you make a good impression, you could
I
hit
don't have work off.
4th of July. And if you make a good impression there, you might get invited to Labor Day.
I didn't get work off.
For which one?
All of them.
Yeah, but you're different.
Yeah.
We're more concerned about the people out there.
Right.
Okay?
Did they ask for a refresh on?
Oh, several party hosts asked.
Why would
Several people called in and said, could you re-cement, retell everybody, reiterate the
Expectations.
party expectations and proper dress for a summer party?
I feel like this is a shot at me.
It was like your family.
I was gonna say.
Okay?
I feel like
Mom and Dad called and said, could you remind Ben that if
Yeah.
we have a gathering
Yeah.
for our family, that a T-shirt isn't appropriate?
I wore a collared shirt.
Yeah. Last night?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
I got pictures.
No, you did not.
Okay.
No, you did not.
So, collared shirts, chinos, unstained pants. Look nice.
Right.
Be kind.
You're representing your family.
Yeah, and you're there. Whether you want to have that conversation with somebody or not, always be gracious and have the conversation, then walk away. You can walk away and go, oh,
Fuck.
boy, I have that. But, well, give them your full attention. Make sure they see you being
Right.
somewhat interested.
Eye
right?
contact, like what I do during these videos.
No, like what you do during a normal day.
The normal day. So
Okay.
just
Hey, again, be careful out there, be safe, practice good electrical safety, and if you do get invited to a party, please,
and maybe you want us to show up at that party, and
maybe we could get invited.
maybe we can get invited and kind of walk you through that process.
That's true. Hey,
We could be.
we could train the whole party.
Well, I was just saying we would secretly be there with some earpieces and say, okay, now you want to go over there and think.
Go check out Kate over there.
No, Jesus. Like,
I didn't say Kelly, I
No.
said Kate.
yeah, you're gonna say, go thank Kate, the host.
Yes,
Shake her hand.
shake her hand twice.
Deliver the chips and crackers you brought and ask where you should put those.
Yes,
And then before you have a second hot dog, you should ask if anyone else wants one.
correct. And before you have your 4th beer.
Before-
4 beers, 4 beers.
Yeah.
Warning, warning.
Yeah, that's about it for me. Mine's about 1.5.
So, hey,
This has been great.
nice seeing you. You all have a safe, happy Memorial Day. I'm not sure we'll do one for the Memorial Day weekend. That we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But
Maybe if
we,
they invite us to one of their parties, we can go do it.
we could do it live at a party. If somebody invited us to a Memorial Day
I
party,
don't think I'll be here.
we would do it live right there, on site, live. AGC Safety Awareness Day. Here we come. It's on the road. You know who's going to invite us?
I'm not gonna be here.
Lucky's.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
No.
They want us to do one in front of the Peterbilt.
The one that we're winning.
Yes.
I kind of want a Kenworth now.
Don't talk like that.
No.
Hey, y'all have a good weekend. Very good. Again, be safe. And we'll catch up with you here in the future. If you have anything you'd like to share with us, you have any invites,
Secrets.
you want to send us an invite to a party so we can go live,
Yeah. Now we're begging at this point.
please email Ben, that's Ben, at agcvt.org. Other than that, we're here for you.
802-223-2374.
I'm Richard.
I'm Ben.
Thank y'all. Have a good weekend. See y'all. Bye.